Well, as promised, I have the 2025 altcoin season heat map ready for you, my beautiful friend. Yes, you watching this video right now, and I'm doing this video just because of you. So thank you for being here with me once again, back on the Crypto Bliss community, and I truly appreciate you being here with me. Now, of course, I have been a little bit absent from my channel, but as promised in my video here, you need to go and check this video out first before you watch this one, because this video is the next phase of the introduction of series that we have coming for you over the next couple days. So as promised, you can see here, altcoin season is brewing. Literally, it is time. If you are not part of this community, you are not going to see where we're at right now. So for now, I just want to share with you where we're at. Currently, you can see Bitcoin, honestly, the stochastic is dragging up. The MACD is kind of hovering a little bit, but we are literally pressing here at $109,641 today on the 9th of July. We are literally pressing up, and we are probably a few little teensy tiny. Let's have a closer look, right there to the all-time high. We're 2.3% away from the all-time high. Now, my friends, what does that actually mean? It means that we are about to very likely bust through it. I have some evidence for you to follow, which may lead us down the path of considering where we're at for alt season. Now, before we go anywhere, Ethereum right here, okay, as you can see right here, right now, $2,661 it's currently sitting at. Let's pull this across, because that is certainly a resistance point for us right now. So let's have a look here. Ethereum's M2 supply is pulling up, right? So maybe we just punch up here and kind of hit this level and then pull back on that level and then go up. Who actually knows? But when Ethereum starts to make its move, which it has been doing, the MACD, the stochastic are pointing towards that too. The potential breakout of this area will likely happen upon Bitcoin's breakout of its previous all-time high. That's fact number one here. Once Bitcoin does that, Ethereum will have no problem charging and breaking through this level right here. Now, to confirm that we are heading into alt season, this is a good sign. Bitcoin leading the charge, Ethereum second best to Bitcoin, next leading the charge, which is the altcoin season activator. We have the total crypto market cap currently busy making its way up to. We're reclaiming the EMA ribbon. Okay, we're bouncing off of it, and we're looking like we want to go for some huge moves. Now, I just want to point out something to you here right now. Okay, this is the total crypto market cap. Potentially we get up to, my level up here is about 15 trillion, but potentially we get up to quarterly 11 to 12 trillion in market cap. That takes us to maybe 3.5 to 4x really from where we are today. If that does happen, make no mistake that Bitcoin and Ethereum will make up for the majority of that market cap, at least the 50 to 60% of that entire market cap, which only leaves plus or minus $4 to $5 trillion to come into the total altcoin market cap. All right, we will touch base on that particular chart in a short next video. Do not miss out. Subscribe to the Crypto Bliss channel and let's get to it. So you can see here, I mentioned to you in this video here to you the other day. All right, we are currently experiencing a potential double top here. If we do end up having a little bit of a drop, we have the EMA ribbon that if Bitcoin wants to continue to pump its rally, we may need to see that this ribbon holds. However, if it doesn't, we expect a drawdown to the 200 moving average, which is around this area here at the 59%. Once we've got that and we potentially come back up, you know what? We would have breached all of the major support here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And once that happens, well, my friends, that is exactly when the altcoin season chart actually and truly begins. Now, hear for yourself. The MACD is getting ready to break through and towards the upside. The stochastic is pushing up. We found some incredible support here. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times on the 100 moving average. These moving averages are starting to pull up. We're finding support on the EMA ribbon. Remember, this is the total 3, right? We are probably seeking to head somewhere up to this area, which is the $1.2 trillion over the next couple weeks. My friends, how fast may this market cap pump? Because like I said to you, we could hit $4-5 trillion in this market cap. Look at there, 420. Now I said that we could actually hit about $4 to $8 trillion. I think that's a little bit hefty towards the upside, but that is all depending on what actually happens in this cycle, which I do think the cycle is probably a lot different to what we've previously seen. And therefore, I don't believe any of us actually have the true answers for what we will see. However, the data and the evidence continues to point towards a massive pump to the upside, as all previous cycles have had the same scenarios unfold and happen. And even if we only get to this area, we would 3x in the market cap of the total 3, which is excluding BTC and Ethereum and all other stable coins. So, my friends, here right now, we can see Mustache, El Crypto Prof, altcoins repeat 2015 to 2018 in a much larger time frame. All you need is patience because we are going higher. So we had this accumulation phase, the reaccumulation phase, boom, look at this level, smash through, pull back, smash, and then we had I want to share this with you because this is weekly, okay? So we had like the slow grind up here, and then we had 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, massive, 3 weeks of incredible, 4 weeks of incredible altcoin market. We had this massive pullback, probably around a 30%. We consolidated for like the next 5 weeks, then we pumped, consolidated, and then massive pump here, which ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 massive weeks of candles. So all in all, we're probably looking at about 15 weeks, more or less. Now, the accumulation phase started here. We're at the 2018. I mean, really, this is the patience that you have in altcoin season, right? You accumulate at these points, meaning you haven't actually made a pump. You have to sit through this kind of rubbish right here, right? This insane manipulation pullback, because look at this was ready to pump up, but of course, with all the things that have been happening, we had to come retest the bottom of this market because the market needed to get some closure in terms of weak hands, and that's why this position happens. Look at where we're at. We're starting to build up very, very nicely. And I believe we're going to have a massive, massive run up here to the upside very, very soon. Meaning that this could actually take us way, 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 way higher than where we are today. Why is that? Well, Trump versus the Fed. And this is from this morning, just by the way. So cut interest rates, Jerome. Now is the time. Trump's calling for Powell to be investigated by Congress, while markets already betting there's a 62.8% chance we can get a cut. 2025 rate wars aren't just economic, they're political now. So we're expecting a 62% chance of the rate cut coming soon in July. All right, that I believe happens on 30th of July, okay? That's 3 weeks away still, and that's why Trump is saying cut now before something breaks. If you think something's going to break, I'd love to know what you think it is down in the comments below. But before we move on to the juicy parts of the video, you need to know the most explosive altcoin move awaits in 5 years awaits. We are literally at this moment. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. You can see it in all the charts I'm sharing with you. Accumulation, sort of wave 1, accumulation, resistance, pump. We're here, my friends. Could we expect to see I mean, look at this. Crypto excluding BTC. That's including Ethereum. I mean, we could see some massive pumps here. I don't know. You guys let me know. But before we move on to the juicy parts of what is likely to be the first initial movers in this cycle, okay? I'm talking about this move here. The first move, okay, is drawback here. This is the first move I'm talking about. This move right here. We need to get the volume. We need to get the foundation set for the rest of the altcoins to actually springboard off of that foundation. And here is what you need to do. First, you need to go over to Bybit. Use my Bybit link down below. You can get yourself up to $30,000 deposit bonus. You can see that we're finding immense support here above the 200, which is the blue line. The Bollinger Band's median band, where the Bollinger Band is starting to point up. We're getting ready to explode. And if you don't see this, my friend, can't do anything for you. So I only have two tiny little teeny weeny little small trades. I mean, look here. I keep telling you, you can do trades with $1, $100, $1,000, $1 million, whatever your budget is. Now, I've given you an example here of a $1 trade and a $143 trade. Okay, I'm giving you the extremes of both, okay? This is 100th less than that. It's just simple, my friends. You can do whatever it is you like. This is a 10x trade, so I've got now $15 in the skin, and this has got $760 in skin in the game. So, and you can see here, I'm up 223% on this trade already. I'm up 12%, so it's still a decentish time to buy Dogecoin still, but no financial advice, of course. Use my link down below, and let's go and see what these massive potentials coins are in this first wave. Let's give you some of this narrative, right? We have what we see as the blue chips, which are the coins I'm about to share with you. And amongst those blue chips, there are treasures that are very likely to go absolutely berserk and pump. There are a 50-50 chance in terms of possibilities. So it's gonna either go up or go down. The unlikelihood of that actually taking a pump, because it requires so much volume or retail to come into it, and maybe retail doesn't know all of the 100 million crypto coins. Of course, my friends, you need to be logical and realistic here. Based on everything I've just shared with you in this video, I've led you to this point down the rabbit hole for a very specific reason. This is that reason. You do not want to get wrecked. You want to try and focus where you can on the treasures in the blue chip. Now, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the blue chips. Those are your two highest conviction cryptos in this entire space. All right. I do see us constantly having more and more upside on these two particular cryptos. They are the safest. They are currently the only two with the ETFs. Okay. They are the biggest accumulated cryptocurrencies on Wall Street and in nation states at this point. Bitcoin, of course, being the number one nation state coin. Now, there are a bunch of other coins right here. And if guys, I'm going to share this on Twitter for my community. I created this today for you. I'm sharing these with you because this is my conviction. I will tell you what I have in my portfolio and what I don't have in my portfolio. Okay. Bitcoin and Ethereum, you damn straight. Currently, together, they make up probably around 50% odd of my entire crypto portfolio. Now, what could be these coins that could leap bound us into the next stages? Well, first of all, you can see here that Bitcoin is currently sitting at $2 trillion. The entire crypto cap is sitting at about $3.5 trillion. Ethereum is about 321 billion. Okay, XRP is 240 billion, BNB at 96 billion, Solana at 94 billion, Tron at 27 billion, Dogecoin at 26 billion. Bear all of these in mind when I come to you with what it is that I'm about to share with you on this. Now, let's have a very good look. Let's take AVAX, okay? I think AVAX is very likely to probably end up being a treasure. I mean, AVAX, I believe, kind of sitting down here. Let's go 20th position. It's got an $8.5 billion market cap. Now, I see AVAX as being a treasure because I believe that AVAX could, I mean, if it 10x's, it could go to about $80 billion, okay? If we 15x, probably around $150 billion. Now, AVAX is one of the deepest cores of gaming in this cycle, okay? AVAX is a huge ecosystem. I use AVAX all the time. It's got USDC, it's got the C chain, which is phenomenal. And my friends, AVAX is beautiful, okay? I am heavily invested in these three thus far. Tau, unfortunately, Tau, I think we could possibly be a blue chip. It's already sitting at a very, very high market cap at this point. BitTensor being the #1 AI play in the crypto space, I would certainly put it up alongside there with the blue chips. And honestly, the blue chips maybe have 2 to 5, maybe 6x gains in them. Treasures, likely anything from like 8x to maybe 20x. Possibilities, like I said, is a 50-50 chance. Maybe some of the treasures can do a lot more. We'll talk about some of those that possibly can. All right. Let's move on to BNB. Now, BNB is huge, right? $96 billion. So how easy is it going to be for BNB to 10x? It's unlikely, right? But right now, sitting at about just under $1,000, we could probably see, I mean, where's BNB here? BNB is where? It's at $662. So to 10x is going to take us to $960 billion. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to put it up here with the blue chips. I think BNB could possibly 3x, maybe 4x, possibly, because BNB, Binance, is massive. It's global. It's easy to use. There's so many cryptos, so much on the app and the platform to do, to use, to stake, to earn, to reward, to borrow, to lend, to trade, whatever it is that you like. I do use Binance very much often, but I prefer Bybit for trading and investing in very particular coins that perhaps aren't available on Binance at the time. Now, Cardano is kind of sitting in that same boat as well. I think there's validity for Cardano, but honestly, I think Cardano needs a lot more time on its hands, if I could put it that way. Honestly, I think we could maybe 5 to 10x maximum, maybe 8x, taking us from like the 40 odd cents now to maybe $5, which gives about a 10x. So maybe that needs to go into this little range here. It could become a treasure. I mean, if we're looking at a 10x, that's $260 odd billion on Cardano. It's going to take a lot of momentum to kind of get it to that point. So I think that's why I'm going to keep it in the blue chip zone. Chainlink, on the other hand, my friend, definitely a treasure. I think Chainlink could probably 10x from here, where it is today. One of the most important bridges in all of crypto. It connects all of crypto to all of crypto, and it connects it to institutional, real-world assets, institutions, nation states, and it helps connect that technology there. Now, Kronos I brought in here because Kronos has which is crypto.com, has a huge marketing budget. Its name is out there. It's had stadiums and arenas named after it, paid in terms of sponsorships and values. Some of them are pulled away. There's a lot of history behind Kronos. It offers a decent amount on its platform. It's got a card. Binance has got a card. It's very cool to be able to potentially look at it. Kronos, maybe a 10x in it, okay, if we're lucky. Truthfully, Dog is probably the #1 meme coin, Bitcoin meme coin, in terms of its community, its energy, its passion for Bitcoin. And really, I'm heavily invested in Dogcoin. I believe Dogcoin could probably do like a 15 to 20x, okay? And you see here, I'm sharing with you certain coins that may need just some momentum, but some coins will give you massive treasures and returns back. Now, Dogecoin is the solid blue chip meme coin. It is the foundational meme coin for this cycle, right? It has been around for the longest in terms of meme coins. It has solidarity, it has foundation. And that's what I was talking about earlier on. We build from the foundation. And so with Dogecoin, we really have to look at it from a perspective of, my friends, we can see that Dogecoin has a $26 billion market cap. If the Dogecoin price starts rallying, that's because public money or individuals like yourself and myself run into this coin and start buying it up and buying it up because everyone's talking about Doge and because it has the position that it has. Do I see it going berserk? It's already at a $26 billion market cap. I honestly think we're looking at maybe 5-6x on it. Okay, I don't think we're going to go much more. Some people think it's going to go to $5, which means it's about a 10x from here. I can't put it in that place because I'm unsure. I don't know. I think Floki is the same. I think it could be a treasure because of its community. I think there's a lot of marketing potential behind it. I think Floki could likely 10 to 15x, but there is also a possibility that if the community and the charity narrative that it guides us through isn't followed through on, we could end up in the possibilities realm where there's a chance it could go and a chance it could not. And that's why, honestly, I'd be a little bit wary, but I do own a small amount of it. Hedera, H-bar, sure, man. I'm going to put Hedera in possibilities. Now, you're going to say, what the hell are you doing, dude? Well, two things here. There's a 50-50 chance. Hedera doesn't do that much marketing. It doesn't do that much exposure, but it has great connections to institutional ties, which could lead us to an informed decision on potentially making some sort of gain. And if it does possibly go to the upside, we could maybe see a 10x, an 8 to 10x on this coin. If we don't see any traction on this coin, it's unlikely it's going to go down to being wrecked, but it just probably is going to sit hard until the next cycle, where then possibly the traction would have follow through on this narrative. Now, hype, my friends, I think hype is beautiful. I'm going to put it in treasures. I own massive stacks of hype. I think hype could 10x it probably the most right now. And that's because hype is currently sitting already at a $39 billion market cap. Now, hype is very new. It's a DEX. It's massive. It's got very little transactional costs in terms of being able to trade all of your cryptocurrencies. It's extremely affordable and it kills all of the competition. Okay, I see it possibly whooping ass on these layers here. Okay, and I see it very likely could end up maybe at maybe 8 to 10x. I think that's pushing it, but a 10x would take us up to about $400 billion. It's very possible with the potential of the amount of M2 supply, money printing, interest rate cuts, all of these above that will potentially take these cryptos and the strongest narrative of them all. The liquidity will flow into here. Example, the liquidity will flow into hype. Once it's in hype, it'll then at some point profits be taken out of hype, dispersed into the next narrative that I will be doing for you on this channel. Make sure you subscribe for that, okay, and hit your notification bell so that you can see when those are. I'm going to fly through here. ICP, unfortunately, had a bit of damage done. I do own a decent bag of ICP. I still believe in the project, but my beliefs mean nothing when the team kind of are neither here nor there. So that's why I would put it in a possibility. And, you know, I'm kind of killing these two at this point, right? Because they are really good cryptocurrencies. But really, we need to just see ICP do a massive comeback from the FTX problems that it had a couple years ago. Litecoin, I think Litecoin maybe 5 to 6x on Litecoin. It's been around for a very long time as well. And honestly, it's been around. It's probably going to stay around. But if it doesn't pull its weight up, honestly, I could probably pop it into the unlikely stage at some point. Near, I would say near probably going to have a 15x, 10 to 15x. Okay, I don't need to talk about that. That's the next best AI crypto. And honestly, ICP and Bitensor and Near are all AI cryptocurrencies, and really they are 1, 2, and I think 3 on the board in terms of position, right? Pepe, I think, fits in this category. Yeah, I think Pepe, we could maybe see 5, 6, maybe up to 10x. I think it fits in the same kind of category as Dogecoin. It's earned itself its position at this point. Pi, I think Pi could have a possibility because of the narrative in the community and the use case of Pi. It's built a massive following of crypto users, and it has huge wallets, good staking, and there's an ability for you to be able to use this as a currency narrative in store. So cool, there's a lot of those in crypto, so that's why I say there's a possibility here. Polygon, I don't know, guys. It's looking a little bit dead to me. I'm going to have to put it up in the unlikely. It's definitely not wrecked, but it needs a lot of comeback at this point in time. I think there's massive use case for Polygon, but I think that use case comes later. That official use case comes later because people are now used to crypto. They know where they have to build on crypto and blockchain, and that is Polygon. They have to use Bitcoin and Ethereum as the main building platforms. The rest will follow. And the narratives like gaming will be on Avalanche and Super. That is where we're going to likely see the massive pumps come out of crypto. Solana, my friends, I think Solana honestly is a treasure. Where do we see Solana? Solana's where are we now on Solana? Solana is currently at a $93 billion market cap. I think we could see a $600 billion market cap on Solana. So I'm going to put it up here in the blue chips. Okay. I think we could see like a 5, 6x. Some people believe Solana with a cup and handle pattern could get to like $4,500 a coin. Potential ETFs coming, possibly, but this cycle, I don't know, my friends. I don't know. Could this be the Ethereum of this cycle? And Ethereum just catches its wave because Ethereum is what Ethereum is and is the Internet 2.0. But Solana is faster, cheaper. People have a lot of fun on it. There's so much to do, so simple, cost efficient, so many reasons to use Solana for other building and other ecosystems, meme coins, NFTs, all kinds of things, my friend. It's massive. I think it's a blue chip. It could fit into the treasures side of things, but I'm going to leave it in the blue chip for now. Sui, my friends, undoubtedly is a treasure as well. I think Sui could probably hit a good 10 to 15x as well. Where are we with Sui? Sui's here. Sui is $29 billion. I think we could hit a 10x on Sui, okay? I think that would be somewhat reasonable, a reasonable ask for Sui. Could we see this unfold and happen? Of course we could, my friends. Of course we could. I'd like to know what your thoughts are down below, but I'm staking Sui. I own a big bag of Sui. I own some of the Sui ecosystem cryptocurrencies, and I think they're amazing. Where could Super fit in? I think Super is an absolute treasure. I own a gigantic bag of Super, my friends, and Super is amazing. So shout out to Elliot Trades and Alex Becker for backing and supporting Super. Super is almost, I can't say it's like Avalanche, but it has the gaming ecosystem in crypto wrapped up under its belt because it is somewhat the chain link for gaming. That's the beauty behind what Super is, and I think Super could massively transition this gaming cycle. I think Super, we could see maybe possibly a 20 to 50x even, my friends. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on there. Toncoin, I have to add as a treasure as well. Telegram, more than 1 billion users, massive adoption, not going anywhere. I think we could see massive gains in Toncoin. I believe easy 10 to 20x, possibly in this cycle. Very strong narrative. Massive use case for Tron. I think Tron has to kind of fit into the blue chip narrative, 5 to 6x. Really, it's not going anywhere. It's been here, but really it's all about stablecoin use on Tron and the ability to transact USDT, USDC at such an affordable and very fast rate. XRP, I think, fits into this category as well. I don't think at $230 billion market cap, it has too much upside. $240 billion. I don't think it has too much upside at this point right now, but really, I think we could go maybe 2 to 3x on XRP in the remainder of this cycle. I don't see us getting to a $10 2 to 3x is like $6 to $7. Okay, I think that's quite reasonable on this. Now, my beautiful community, remember to go ahead and use my Bybit link down below. Let's go and trade and invest with me. Make sure to subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community, and I truly appreciate you being here with me today on the channel. Thank you, and I guess I will see you on the next altcoin video. Make sure that you are positioned well here in this cycle with these cryptos that I have just shared with you. Now, these are my thoughts. They're my views. They're not fact. Come with fact on what you want to do. I'm just sharing with you what I've done, and I would love to share with you what I've done, because I certainly believe that I am positioned to take a very small amount of dollars and convert them into massive amounts, and I'm talking millions. Okay, it's going to take a lot of discipline. You're going to have to ensure that you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, because what I'm about to do with you over these series of videos is I'm about to show you how to take profits from one narrative into another narrative and get the timing right. I've just explained that in this whole video. So if you've enjoyed that, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, abuse that like button and subscribe button if you are watching this channel and are not yet subscribed. And let's get the views up. Share this with your friends and family. That would be truly appreciated. I don't ask much of you, just show a little bit of love, because I make these videos for you and my community. And of course, it takes an immense amount of time away from my everyday life, which I love giving you. Make no mistake, but some love and some support would be truly appreciated. We'll see you on the next one.